let us proceed with the chapter sentences. Okay. Yes. So today let us go through the concept of complement. What is a complement? Till exercise B we have done previous day. Okay. So what is the complement? When the verb in a sentence is an intransitive verb, it does not require an object, right? That is the difference between transitive and intransitive, right? So if it is an intransitive verb, then it does not require an object to complete its meaning, but sometimes it requires the addition of some other words to complete its meaning. Such words which are added, which are required, okay, in the predicate, such words which are required to complete the meaning of the sentence are called the complement. Okay. So what is a complement? The word or group of words required to complete the predicate is called a complement. Now in this exercise you have to circle the complements. Okay. Now remember that only for intransitive verbs you will have the complement. Okay. So come to exercise number C. Question number 1. Juhi acted well. What is the complement? Well. Okay. So exercise C number 1, you will circle well or underline it in your book. Come to number 2. The man seems tired. So in this sentence also seems is an intransitive verb. So tired is the complement. Okay. Number 3. Mrs. Sharma is very ill. So here also is an intransitive verb. So the complement is very ill. Number 4. She looks beautiful in her blue dress. So here also the complement will be beautiful in her blue dress. Okay, beautiful in her blue dress. This portion will be the complement. Number 5. We will sing a song. So we will sing a song. Here we will sing what? A song. So this one is not an intransitive verb. It has an object. So this one will not have a complement. Okay. Come to number 6. Number 6. What shall be the complement? Ram is a polite child. It will be a polite child. The entire thing will be the complement. Okay. A polite child. The portion in the predicate after the intransitive verb which is used to complete the meaning of the sentence is called the complement, right? So the entire thing will be a complement, a polite child. Number 7, there wouldn't be any complement because caught is a transitive verb and thief is the object. Okay. Number 8, John bought a wristwatch for himself. Here also, as bought is a transitive verb, we are not going to talk about any complement. Okay, because there is an object for the verb bought. Got it? Okay, now come to the types of sentences. The types of sentences. Now sentences may be classified according to their function or according to their structure. Based on their meanings, the sentences may be classified into declarative sentence, which we also call assertive sentence, interrogative sentence, imperative sentence and exclamatory sentence. Okay, so this is also, I think you have done it. Assertive or declarative. Interrogative. Exclamatory and number 4 imperative. So let us discuss them one by one. Okay. The first is, there is one more that is optative, but it's not in the book. Yeah, if it is not in the book, we don't have to study it. Okay, so let us simply discuss about the different types of sentences, which I'm very sure all of you remember. So the first one, declarative or assertive sentence, is like a statement sentence. Assertion of some facts, negation of something, any kind of statement, they are given in the form, and we say that they are assertive sentence. Come to the second type of sentence, the question type of sentence, that is interrogative sentences. Okay, so interrogative sentence means question. Exclamatory sentence, any kind of sudden exclamation of joy, grief, surprise, shock, they are conveyed with the exclamatory sentence. And interrogative sentences ends with the punctuation mark question mark, and exclamatory sentence ends with the mark of exclamation. Okay, imperative and assertive, they end with full stop. Okay, so this is the difference. Now come to the first exercise, exercise number D, in which you have to tick the correct kind of sentence. Okay, so we are just going to discuss it. You can tick it in your book. Number 1, how beautiful is the day? It will be exclamatory, right? Number 2, Sachin is a great cricketer. It will be assertive or declarative. Number 3, what on earth are you doing? It will be number 3, yes, interrogative. Okay, number 4, I cannot believe him to be the murderer. It will be declarative. Number 5, do you want coffee? It will be interrogative. Number 6, go and do your homework, will be imperative. Number 7, imperative, yes, I forgot to tell you, imperative sentences are those kinds of sentences which records any kind of order or command or suggestion or advice or request. Okay, so based on that, they are classed as imperative sentence. Okay. Number 7, elephants have a good memory. This is a declarative sentence. Number 8, what a beautiful view of the mountains, exclamatory sentence. Done? Now come to the next part of the chapter, phrase. So do I need to repeat exercise number D, students? Do I need to repeat the answers? I am repeating the answer once again. Just check it if you have done it properly or not. Number 1, exclamatory. Number 2, declarative. Number 3, interrogative. Number 4, declarative. Number 5, interrogative. Number 6, imperative. Number 7, declarative. Number 8, exclamatory. Done? Okay. So come to the next portion, that is phrases. Now what is a phrase? A phrase is a group of words which performs some function, which gives some sense, which makes some sense, but it does not give a complete sense. Now based on their function in the sentence, the phrases can be classified as noun phrase, adjective phrase and adverb phrase. There is another kind of phrase which is a prepositional phrase, which is not given in your book, so we are not going to do from this chapter. So a phrase is a group of words which perform certain action. Okay. Number 4, why not exclamatory? I cannot believe him to be the murderer. I will think about it, Antik, okay, and I will let you know. For now, you keep it as declarative, okay, because it's just a statement of something. It's a statement of a expression, okay, it's a statement, it's simple statement, okay, but I will try to understand your point of view and I will get back to you about it in the next class. Now come to the types of phrases. What is a noun phrase? A noun phrase is a phrase which acts as a noun in the sentence, okay. adjective phrase acts as an adjective in the sentence. It does the work of an adjective in a sentence. An adverb phrase does the work of an adverb in a sentence. Okay, it acts like an adverb. And remember, all of them are group of words. Okay. Okay. So, let us begin with noun phrase. A noun phrase is something which acts as a noun in a sentence. For example, he expected to reach home early. So, if you ask the question what, he expected what, the answer which you get, to reach home early, is the noun phrase. Okay. This group of words act as a noun in the sentence. Next, come to some of the other examples which are given. He wanted to learn Sanskrit. So, what did he want to learn? He wanted to learn Sanskrit. So, to learn Sanskrit is the noun phrase. Now, here come to exercise number E. We have to mark the noun phrases in the sentences which are given. Number 1, she hopes. You will do this in the copy, okay? For now you can do it in the book, but you will have to do this in the copy. I will tell you which exercises has to be done in copy. Okay, number 1, to win the first prize. Number 2, to confess one's guilt. Number 3, the big crowd. Number 4, the printed matter. Done? I think your answer matches with my answers. If you have any discrepancy, you can ask me. Come to the next type of phrase, which is an adjective phrase. So, what is an adjective phrase? An adjective phrase is a phrase which acts like an adjective in a sentence. Okay. So, what is the work of an adjective in a sentence? An adjective phrase acts as an adjective in the sentence. So, what is the work of an adjective in a sentence? To qualify or modify a noun or a pronoun, right? So, adjective phrase does just that. It qualifies, defines or modifies a noun and a pronoun. Okay. So, it acts as an adjective in a sentence. So, look at the sentence. Rohan, a boy with courage. Rohan, a boy with courage, fought with the thief. So, Rohan, a boy with courage, the phrase a boy with courage defines Rohan. It tells us something more about him. It qualifies Rohan. So, that is the adjective phrase. Okay. Come to exercise number F. Underline the adjective phrase and circle the nouns they modify. So, you have to underline the adjective phrase and circle the nouns which they modify in your book. You will also copy it in your copy. But not only circling or underlining, you will have to write in very short notation which is the noun and which is the adjective phrase. In place of adjective phrase, you can write like this. Okay. And just below the noun, you can write N. Okay. But you will have to mark them also. Understood? Okay, let us start with the exercise number F. Number 1 has been done in the book. Come to number 2. So, the noun will be the watchman. So, you will circle it and write N, and the adjective phrase will be on duty that day, because this tells us more about the watchman, right? You will underline it and below it you will write Got it? Okay. In the similar fashion, we are going to do number 3. The player. So the player will be the noun. From Rajasthan. Will be the adjective phrase. Okay. No, Suman. Try to stop to the building is not the adjective phrase. Adjective phrase tells you more about the noun, which it kind of qualifies or tells us more about the noun. Okay, so it's not the adjective phrase, but the adjective phrase is this portion, on duty that day. Got it? Okay, come to number 3. Number 3, the player, it's the noun, and the adjective phrase is from Rajasthan. From Rajasthan. Got it? Okay, come to number 4. The fruits, noun, from our garden, adjective phrase. Okay, the fruits, noun, from our garden is the adjective phrase. Got it? Okay. So I'm not writing number 4, you can write it. Okay, fruits, you will circle the fruits and write noun, and you will circle from our garden and write adjective phrase. Now come to adverb phrase. Come to adverb phrase. So what is an adverb phrase? An adverb phrase is a group of words that function or does the function of an adverb in a sentence. Okay, so it modifies the action of the verb. What is the primary definition of an adverb? It modifies a verb or another adverb or an adjective, right? But here we are going to talk about adverb phrase which modifies the action of the verb or another adverb or an adjective. Okay, so adverb phrase does exactly the work of an adverb. Okay, it acts like an adverb in a sentence. So let us find out about the adverb phrases. She smiled in a warm manner. So if you ask the question, how did she smile? Then the answer which you will get is the adverb phrase in a warm manner. Okay, so it qualifies the verb smile and tells us more about it. Okay. Let us start with the exercises under adverb phrase. Exercise number G. Okay, so adverb phrases types are also given: adverb phrase of manner, adverb phrase of place, and adverb phrase of time. Adverb phrase of manner tells you about the manner in which an action happens. Adverb phrase of place tells us about the place of action, and adverb phrase of time tells you about the time of action. We already know about this in class 7. We have read it in the Cordova book itself. Okay, we have read all the phrases in a proper and detailed manner. So I'm sure that you will be able to identify the adverb phrases along with me. So let us start. Number 1, our team took defeat in a generous manner. So the adverb phrase is in a generous manner. It is adverb phrase of manner. Okay. So you will do it in your copy also. Number 2, I supported the Indian team with all my heart. So, with all my heart is again an adverb phrase of manner. How did I support the Indian team? With all my heart. So, the same thing, adverb phrase of manner. Got it? Okay. Number 3, children like to play every evening. Every evening is adverb phrase of time. Adverb phrase of time. Okay. And number 4, in those days, adverb phrase of time. Okay. So we are going to stop here. Exercise number 8 will be a homework which you will submit to me in the e-portal. Okay. I will upload the homework once again in the e-portal, and you will submit exercise 8 along with the rest of the work that you will do in the e-portal, and this is definite for all the sections. Okay, for all the section, not only of class 8 for, but Oak and Pine also. You will see the videos from YouTube channel. You will solve the entire chapter, whatever has been done in class, and exercise 8 is a homework. Along with that, I will ask you to submit it in the e-portal. In the e-portal, you will see now I have not uploaded the assignment. Under the assignment section or under the homework section, you will see that some new homework or assignment has been given, and there you will have to click it, and they will have to download it and then submit it. Okay, by picking a picture, most probably. Sorry students. Okay, so today I am going to I will let you know about the detail. Okay, I will let you know about the detail, the entire classwork as well as exercise number 8. Within this week I will give you the homework, not today, but you will have to complete it, and you will have to take the picture from your copy. You can change it into PDF, or you can simply scan the images as you have been doing and submit it to me. Okay, bye students. Leave your names in the chat box for attendance.